Summer is almost up, but there are so many great movies to be excited about this fall and winter. Let's break down the rest of our most anticipated films of 2025.
What is up, movie friends? Welcome back to Raiders of the Lost podcast. You know us. We are the ultimate film and TV podcast, and we have already had a really strong year in 2025. This is a fantastic rebound year for good quality films, a really good number of movies that we enjoy in theaters this year. There's still a ton of awesome movies on the slate for the rest of 2025. We made a list of 38 films that we are most excited for.
That's 38 movies worth talking about, worth seeing in theaters. And Anthony and I have also seen 3 movies that are unreleased right now.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen The Long Walk, Caught Stealing, and The Conjuring, Last Rites.
Oh, that was a good time.
All good times, and we'll get into those in these lists too. But there's so much to get excited about. We got Paul Thomas Anderson. We got The Black Phone 2. Daniel Day-Lewis is back in theaters. We have a Frankenstein movie this year. We have Knives Out 3, Wake Up Dead Man. Yorgos Lanthimos is back in theaters very soon. There's so much to be excited for.
Yeah, and it's a really eclectic list of very varied stories. Not that many sequels or legacy reboots, believe it or not.
Believe it. Wow.
There's
they
not
got them out of the way already.
Yeah, the summertime is the place for sequels and legacy reboots. The fall is Oscar season, and the winter as well. And we get a lot of great foreign films coming out. Let's start this off with our most anticipated. This list is not based on release date, because that's not as fun. We're doing our most anticipated films for the rest of the year. Number 1 for James and I is...
No, you mean number 38? What order?
I think we should go first.
Go bangers for. Oh yeah, okay. Let's go number 1. What's our most anticipated movie of the year for the rest of the year?
One battle after another.
Oh yeah, we'll be at the world premiere.
Yeah, we're going to the red carpet premiere, so I'm super excited.
Leonardo DiCaprio invited us personally.
Yeah,
he knocked on our door, guys, like a Spectrum guy.
Can you make it?
Internet.
hello. I'm so excited for this film. It looks so fun, so bizarre and ridiculous and insane, but also cool and relevant. And I love his filmmaking so much. He's my guy. He's one of the best filmmakers to ever live. All of his movies are so different from one another. He's really one of the most unique voices of this century in storytelling. And him paired up with DiCaprio, sign me the fuck up.
September 26th, it hits theaters. And he's one of the only filmmakers alive right now still that are making timeless movies. That they're so good. The craftsmanship's superb. The writing, everything about it. These movies are fantastic that he makes, that in 50 years, people will still be watching these movies, whether it's Phantom Thread, There Will Be Blood, Magnolia. I'm sure One Battle After Another will be added to that list. Not many people are cinema's changed a lot. You know, there's a lot of things that aren't rewatchable anymore that's coming out in theaters and on streamers. But PTA, whew. Let's talk about Sentimental Value. November 7th, this movie's coming out. Anthony and I are ecstatic. Now, let me Google Sentimental Value.
So this won the Grand Prix at Cannes. It's Joachim Trier's new film, starring Elle Fanning, Stellan Skarsgård, Renate Reinsve, Corey Michael Smith, and a bunch of other great actors.
Now I remember.
This apparently blew the chains off the doors at Cannes. It's supposed to be an emotional, heavyweight family drama. It's about a famous film director played by Skarsgård, who returns home after he offered the role for his next movie to his daughter, who's an actress, but they have a horrible estranged relationship, so she rejected it. And he's in turn hired a famous American played by Elle Fanning, and he's brought her to the family home to work in pre-production on the film. And so it's going to be about coming to terms with the family strife. And apparently the acting's supposed to be amazing. People are saying it's the best work that Stellan Skarsgård's ever done, and that's really saying something. I love Trier's work. I think he's one of the most exciting filmmakers out of Europe, and I can't wait to see this film.
I can't.
I'm losing my voice.
You're there?
Yeah.
You gotta warm up the vocals, bro.
See some olive oil.
When we record, before we start, I scream a lot, and I make a lot of weird noises. I get my vocal cords ready to go.
Woo!
I think Anthony...
I was just emotional talking about the movie, because it's emotional. That I haven't seen yet.
Let's talk about Catherine Bigelow's next film. So excited for... Oh, I skipped one. Sorry.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll stay on it since I brought her up. She's number 4 on the list. A House of Dynamite. This is coming out October 24th. Now, this is about basically how the White House responds to a nuclear strike or missiles in the air, right?
In real time.
In real time. So if missiles get launched against the U.S., how does the government respond? And the cast is superb. Rebecca Ferguson's going to lead it out. Idris Elba's in there. We have Gabriel Basso, as well as Anthony Ramos, Caitlin Dever, and I think Catherine's just a really exciting filmmaker. Obviously, Oscar winner for Best Director in the past. Works and operates so well in wartime films or war stories, political stories. That's kind of her bread and butter this century. Whether it's The Hurt Locker or
Zero Dark
30 with Jessica Chastain, now House of Dynamite. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm so curious. We haven't even gotten a trailer for this film yet, but I'm very excited.
And she hasn't made a movie in a long time. It's been a while.
400 years.
She looks great for 400. But
she's 400 years.
She's an Oscar winner for a reason, and I'm always excited when she drops a new film. So one of the best filmmakers in Hollywood. Next up.
Well, she hasn't made a movie since Detroit.
Yeah, that's
2017.
Yeah, 10 years ago almost.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Next up, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein hits theaters in a limited release on October 17th, and then it goes distributed on Netflix 2 weeks later for everyone to watch. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see his take on this beloved classic that he holds near and dear to his heart, a new interpretation. We already see some new things he's doing with it, whether it be the Arctic environment, the ship. There's so many cool aspects to it. I love the aesthetic. I love the cast. Oscar Isaac playing Dr. Frankenstein. Elordi as the monster. Mia Goth's in this film as well. So an outstanding cast. And the craftsmanship in a Guillermo movie is going to be some of the best of the year. So expect breathtaking costumes, production design, cinematography, and music, as well as a movie that I'm so intrigued to see how he adapts this famous story.
A movie that I'm insanely intrigued to see is going to be Yorgos Lanthimos' Bugonia. They just dropped actually a new trailer yesterday, which looks fantastic. This is going to bring back regulars Emma Stone plus a new regular, Jesse Plemons, and it's got a great concept and a great plot. So it's about two conspiracy-obsessed men who kidnap the CEO of a major company when they become convinced that she's an alien who wants to destroy Earth. How good is that plot? Emma Stone plays the CEO. Jesse Plemons, we assume, plays one of the conspiracy theorists. And, man, this movie looks
pretty safe to assume from the trailer.
pretty safe. And also, Emma Stone shaved her head for this film at some point. Jesse's head is shaved as well. This movie looks exciting. It looks trippy. Yorgos is just an exciting filmmaker and storyteller. No one really does it like him. He's got his own style, his own tone. He's just on a different planet, just like this movie might kind of feel like in that realm. When it comes to writing and directing, it's just he's one of a kind, and I think it's really exciting anytime he comes out with a film.
And also in October 31st, Halloween Day release seems perfect for what this movie is. So I can't wait.
There's going to be a lot of movies October, guys.
Yeah, and it's just like the filmmaking. They dropped a new trailer, and it looks outstanding and so bizarre. All right, next up. One of the most hotly anticipated films for 2025 is the third installment in the Knives Out franchise, Wake Up Dead Man. Benoit Blanc returns, Daniel Craig in the role, obviously. This time we have Kaylee Spaney, Jeremy Renner, Andrew Scott, Mila Kunis, Brolin, Glenn Close, Kerry Washington, Thomas Hayden Church, an unbelievable cast, as well as many others. Josh O'Connor, Daryl McCormick. This cast is insane. The Knives Out movies have become one of like the ensemble star cast that you expect to see from like the big Hollywood heavyweights, and everyone wants to work in these movies. That's why Rian Johnson gets basically his pick of anyone in the acting world to choose from. And I'm so excited to see this. I love the gothic take, and there seems to be like a scary vibe to it, and even like maybe a supernatural vibe to this film. I'm looking forward to seeing Daniel Craig. I think he's one of the best actors alive, so always happy to see him. And if you can't see this on the big screen, try to see it. They're going to do a very limited release, but stay tuned for where it's playing.
Also, check out this amazing poster.
December 12th.
Also, check out this amazing poster over my shoulder of One Battle After Another, provided by our great friends. Movieposters.com. Use our code Raiders10 at checkout to get 10% off today, as well as our affiliate link, which is in the episode description of this podcast, or in our Instagram bio. Click that link, hit that link, and go to the website. Use our code Raiders10, 10% off for you. We get a commission. You get an awesome poster. It's a win-win. Win. Movieposters.com. Go there today. Let's talk about next a movie from Josh Safdie, co-written by Ronald Bronstein, starring Timothy Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Marty Supreme. We got this great upcoming American sports adventure drama, loosely inspired by the real-life ping pong player Marty Reisman. It's a period piece, 1950s New York. Very exciting, but it's about this young guy who navigates life trying to face intense challenges of wanting to become the best ping pong player in the world. The competitive sport was booming at the time, and just a great ensemble cast that also is just going to be great. We have Tyler, the Creator, Odessa Azione, Kevin O'Leary, as well as Penn Jillette. Huge budget for this film, $70 million.
Woo!
And it's an A24 movie, so this is going to be A24's most expensive production to date. Will be Marty Supreme. This is going to
more than Civil War.
Yeah,
wow.
This will release on Christmas Day, December 25th. Obviously,
back-to-back years for Chalamet on Christmas because he had Wonka.
He's the guy.
Yeah,
was Wonka Christmas Day?
Yeah,
I thought it was like December 30th. I want to double check.
Let me double check that.
But either way, I can't wait for this movie. The Safdie brothers are split
15th, also 2023. I was way off.
You were super up. Safdie brothers are directing their own movies this fall and summer. We'll talk about Ben's, but Josh's Marty Supreme looks great.
It's Ben now. It's not Betty. You guys are on a nickname basis. Ben
Sometimes,
Safdie.
I'll call you Anthony. I call you Antoine. When
Nice.
you're with your good friends, you mix it up. Yeah.
Our very good friends, the Safdies. Hopefully one day. All right, next up at number 8. We are so excited for Lynn Ramsey's new film. She's an unbelievable director, has made some incredible films. And her next film, Die My Love, stars Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Pattinson, and Lakeith Stanfield. What a fucking cast. That's just the main 3. And this follows a mother as she struggles to maintain her sanity as she battles with psychosis. So Pattinson and Lawrence will be playing a married couple. And really not much is known about this film. That all they've released is a small clip and some images. No trailer yet. But with the strength of the storyteller and the actors, I am so excited. It's always going to be one of my most anticipated films when she makes a new movie. So Die My Love comes out November 7th, so stay tuned for that.
And then we have Edgar Wright back in theaters with The Running Man. Huge lead for Glenn Powell here. His first really big solo action lead role. Really excited about this. This is a remake, obviously, of the Arnold Schwarzenegger film based off the Stephen King novel from 1982. Arnold's came out in 1987. This is one of those legacy reboots, not necessarily legacy, just a remake or a reinterpretation of the book that I think is deserved. It's a different era of technology with different filmmaking, and it's going to be a completely different tone, more loyal to the book itself. So I think when it comes to all the remakes, reboots, this one I'm happy about.
When the original's not like the strongest movie, I think it's interesting to see a new adaptation. Like The Running Man, it's kind of a cult classic. It's not an amazing movie. So, yeah I'm looking forward to seeing a new version.
Plus, that era in the 80s, like the 80s, late 80s sci-fi boom, had this tone. It was very specific to the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this surreal, odd, dystopian thing that, like, there's Technicolor everywhere. It's just like the colors, the wardrobes, the style. Like that with, what was the other one that Arnold was in that was remade again?
Total Recall.
They kind of like...
That one did not need a remake.
Like,
That's a great movie.
But there was that like 80s sci-fi aesthetic that
Yeah.
a lot of the movies in that era were similar. And I think it's fine to remake this one. It's totally cool. But it's going to be about a guy who enters a TV contest where he has 30 days to win $1 billion, but he must survive being hunted down by everyone around him.
Looks like a lot of fun, man. I can't wait. Next up, Bradley Cooper, who's an amazing director. His new film comes out December 19th through Netflix, and it's called Is This Thing On? This stars Will Arnett, and Laura Dern, and Bradley Cooper. This is about Will Arnett plays a comedian who's going through a divorce with his wife, and to reflect on that and help himself deal with the crisis of his life, he turns to stand-up comedy out of nowhere, and he starts telling very honest stories about his life in stand-up format, and a way to help him overcome the emotional disaster that he's dealing with. And it looks so good.
So I just want to preface, he's not a comedian.
Yeah.
He just starts doing it.
Yeah. So that's why he's not telling jokes. He's like telling stories in the stand-up format.
But like he wasn't a comedian before. It's just like a pivot because he's going through this crisis in life.
Yeah, that's why I said out of nowhere.
No, but you said you open up. He's a comedian, but he's not a comedian.
You're right. I did say
Yeah,
that.
I just want to make people.
He's not. Yeah. Well, that's not funny at all. But man, Bradley's. I love how he's always telling stories about performers because he is one, and I think that's why his movies are so strong. Because as a performer, he injects so much of himself into whether it be singer-songwriter in.
A Star is Born.
Maestro, and then this.
In the shallows.
And he was the camera operator of this film.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Yeah. There's some
very
cool
cool.
behind-the-scenes photos of him just with the shoulder rig. Yeah, I think it's interesting to see the direction he's going here after his last film, Maestro, which was so extravagant and large and a great period piece. He's kind of going back to a small scope film. Not that A Star is Born is small in scope. It's a small story between two characters. But I think it's an interesting pivot in his career to like, you know what, the last couple films I've done are huge. Let's just do something small and intimate.
And also, Star is Born was heavy handheld, so he's going back to that, which is, I think, Maestro. I thought it's one of the most underappreciated films of the last 5 years. I think it's just unbelievable, and it's a shame that nobody likes it except for me.
What are you talking about? I like Maestro.
Okay, you like Maestro?
What are you talking, dude? What is?
I'm sorry. I've just had so many people say it sucked, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's a small portion of the world. It's not just you that likes movies.
No, it was a joke, man. It was a joke.
No, I'm roasting you back. It's called Rebuttal. You ever heard of it? A retort?
Never heard of this.
Moving on to Caught Stealing, Darren Aronofsky's latest film, which I actually checked out last week at an early screening. It's fantastic, guys, starring Austin Butler. Talked about it a few times on Movie News lately, but you gotta check it out. It's just a classic kind of 90s crime, action, comedy, thriller, all of that mashed in. It's sexy, it's hot and steamy at times. Zoe Kravitz and Austin Butler have incredible chemistry. The cast is fantastic. It's kind of like a Guy Ritchie movie meets like a 90s action thriller in America. Takes place in New York City. A lot of it shot on location, which is really cool. Liev Schreiber's a standout for sure, but I think it's a lot of fun. It's also like, it'll tear at your heartstrings for sure. Matt Smith's fantastic, and up there for an all-time cat movie too. The cat is all over this movie, and the cat's terrific.
Lots of running too, yeah?
Yeah, lots of running.
And
lots of great stunts.
Yeah.
And Aronofsky and Libatique, they really take the story that, you've seen before in a lot of ways, but they really just infuse so much great artistry and creativity into the filmmaking, the cinematography, the blocking, the locations, and just really taking advantage of, all right, let's shoot in New York, but let's do something no one's ever done in New York before.
Yeah, I saw they were breaking down a shot they did. It was like a big wonder where Butler runs across the street, and he's like, there are cars like right behind him as he's sprinting. And there's another one where he's like
chasing him.
Yeah, he jumps like over like some kind of storefront shelving or whatever.
Yeah, he does some cool stunts.
Yeah, he did all of his own stunt work in the film.
Yeah.
He seems very athletic.
Yeah. Did he do all of his own stunts? He said?
That's what Aronofsky said. He did all of his stunts.
Yeah. It's nothing like crazy,
but
complicated.
still like dangerous.
Yeah. Sure, you could roll an ankle or
you slip, you get hit by that car.
Well, they're stunties. They know what they're doing.
True.
All right, they're not gonna be like just run Austin Butler over Anthony. Sorry, he tripped. What do you want me to do? I couldn't hit the brakes.
Sorry, Darren. It's not my fault he fell. All right, let's talk about Ballad of a Small Player from Edward Berger. And this follows Colin Farrell as a gambler who has run away to a distant city to escape his debts. And he goes on a huge gambling binge to try and make up the cost that he owes. It looks visually stunning. It's set in Macau, which I never heard of until the trailer synopsis. And it looks incredible. We all love Colin Farrell. I think he's one of the most liked actors working today. Everybody respects that guy. And Edward Berger is on a run. This is a Netflix release, October 16th. But we're definitely going to try and see this in theaters if we can.
I noticed you don't have another Colin Farrell movie on here.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
It's there.
Just testing you.
Did you just skim? Did you skim the list,
I
James?
skimmed the
you
shit
skimmed
out
the hell out of it, didn't you?
I like barely looked at the email.
You're reading it in real time.
Yeah. Next up. Oh, Anthony and I just saw this movie last night. The Conjuring Last Rites. This comes out September 5th, so very soon. But man, guys, this movie's fantastic. I think it immediately shot to my top 10 of the year.
When is the review embargo? Can we talk about it in this episode?
I believe it's the 29th.
Okay,
So-
we're fine then. Yeah, we're
So
fine.
let me check the embargo though.
This will be a 29th episode.
So well, I'll talk about the film. You want to look up the embargo? 'Cause
Yeah. I think it's the social embargo. Is the 29th.
But we can talk about because we saw it and we went to early access screening. It was a cool event because they had like a priest there blessing people. They had to scare them. But this movie was exceptional. You know, I went into it with good expectations. You know, I like the Conjuring franchise. It's sort of like every generation has a horror franchise that, you know, is in theaters and running and kind of just the tentpole of the genre. And it seems like the haunted house possession genre is kind of dying down because I think so many were made in the 2000s and 2010s.
A lot of weak ones.
That were mediocre. But this one, The Conjuring, is really powerful. You know, the movies are all really good, based off true stories, loosely, obviously. And James Wan is as like the leading producer of them all, and Safran as well. This was awesome. The filmmaking, first of all, was fantastic. High format, lots of handheld, lots of intimate photography.
I have an update on the embargo. So social embargo was the last night. So we're good to make social posts about it. But the review embargo is the 3rd of September.
Okay, so I want to review
Keep it short.
Yeah. Overall, scary, lots of fun. We had a blast. Thanks to Warner Brothers for the invite. It was cool.
Honestly, it's my favorite Conjuring movie.
Yeah, I think
It's
so,
that
me too.
good.
Yeah.
It was fantastic, scary, super fun, really great characters, and I think they just concluded the Ed and Lorraine story as well as it could have been done. Like, I was really blown away. This lives up to the expectations for fans of the franchise.
So much heart.
A lot
and
of heart.
terror.
Yeah.
Like a great blend of heart and terror.
All right, next up.
Yeah, don't make a ticky-tock click about that.
No,
Until
not yet.
next week.
Not till next week. There's another film with a lot of heart, it looks like. The emotional roller coaster ride of The Smashing Machine hits theaters October 3rd. Ben Safdie.
Benny
Safdie is collaborating with Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Emily Blunt on this really intense biopic about an MMA fighter who struggles through pain, perseverance, emotional turmoil, as well as the transition of the MMA and UFC into a big global phenomenon. This looks really good. It looks like The Rock is bringing some real acting chops to this. Emily Blunt, we all know, is just phenomenal. But I'm really looking forward to it. What's really cool is some of this was shot on IMAX film cameras. And there's really cool behind the scenes of Safdie like holding an IMAX handheld rig. It's pretty crazy to see a movie like this being shot on large format. I believe we'll be able to see it in IMAX. This hits theaters October 3rd. Can't wait to check it out.
Is it IMAX film or IMAX digital?
It looked like a film camera to me.
Let me double check.
Safdies are film guys.
I know they're film guys,
Yeah.
but also just want to double check.
It was the big boxy horizontal rig.
Okay, like the one Hoyt
Yeah,
was
exactly.
like those behind the
Yeah.
scenes. Doesn't hurt to double check.
I don't think the information's out there, but I saw images of him holding it. I don't
So
think
it's IMAX MSM 9802 camera.
What's that?
Let's check.
Is it a film camera or a digital camera? We'll find out.
Capturing 70 format film.
Fuck yeah.
I believe, yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
We what the first sports movie shot with IMAX film cameras.
It could be.
Yeah,
Could be. Oh man, I love a good sports movie.
they're good, man. When they hit. We also did the punching machine punching bag at the movies yesterday.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's good.
All right, let's do Predator Badlands now. A very highly anticipated film for fans of the franchise of both Predator, Alien, Blade Runner, the whole works. They're all kind of fusing into the same world now, especially Alien and Predator, which have had crossovers, but now it seems like Weyland-Yutani being the connective tissue is being more prominently focused than ever before, with the familiarity of high-powered synthetics in both Predator Badlands and Alien Earth. It seems like that's going to be Disney's point of connection and weaving them together in a future crossover, which you know will be imminent. Now, Predator Badlands follows a younger Predator, a little like teeny Predator, who's like, listening to Nirvana now. He's like 17. He's smoking a little weed here and there. He's off on his own. He's on the most dangerous planet in the galaxy hunting prey. However, he becomes the prey, but with the help of a synthetic played by Elle Fanning, he's able to fight back against these massive monsters on this planet. My guess is that it's sort of like 300, or like you go out on your first hunt to try to like earn your stripes or something like that. But obviously there's other predators in the film, an older one, that will cause drama. So we'll see. It looks great. Looks exciting. A bit of a blend of like Star Wars meets Predator, which is a cool aesthetic. We have like a light sword, like a laser sword and things like that. But I'm excited about this. Visually looks stunning.
Yeah, it seems like he's an outcast predator, and his goal, from what you can gather from the trailer, is to kill the most legendary beast on a certain planet to gain respect. It seems like. And then Elle Fanning as basically comic relief in this film as the synthetic, who's just a torso. Next up, we have a really fun-looking romantic drama comedy, The Roses.
Comes out this weekend.
Yeah, August 29th. The other new release this weekend, as well as Caught Stealing. This stars the remarkably talented Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch, two of the best actors to come out of the UK. And they play a married couple who are going through an insane battle of divorce, of Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman trying to get one up on the other, trying to maintain power in the divorce proceedings. This looks so fun, really ridiculous and over the top. But also you got great actors, seems to be a really strong script and precise directing. So I'm looking forward to this. I think it's got one of the best trailers that's playing right now. It's got me very excited for it. This comes out, again, this weekend.
We have a new horror film from Monkey Paw Productions, which is Jordan Peele's production company. There's some confusion. Jordan Peele did not direct him. He's just producing it.
But I can understand the confusion. I saw a poster in LA, and it was like Jordan Peele's name was huge, and then it was produced by, the font was so small.
Yeah.
It's like, I can see why people think it's a Jordan Peele
marketing,
movie.
Yeah. I mean, I guess a lot of movies that Spielberg produced, same kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think they're really leaning into like, oh, this is a Jordan Peele produced film. So this was actually based off a Blacklist screenplay from 2022, written by director Justin Tipping, as well as Zach Eckers, Skip Broking. And it stars Marlon Wayans as a legendary but aging quarterback who takes in a young hotshot, Tyreek Withers, Tyreek Withers' character, Cameron Cade, rising star, but also great aesthetic and blend of basically feels like selling your soul for talent. What would you sacrifice to be an all-time great? We explore fame, power, glory, as well as death, it seems like, and pain and trauma all blended together. Looks trippy, looks surreal, very exciting tone. The first trailer looked like sort of like a sports documentary, which was cool, but then you blend in the horror aspect in the second half. I think it's going to be a blast. And
Wayans has 8 rings. The only way someone could have more rings than Brady is in a fictional story. Just saying. It's the only way it's possible.
September 19th, very soon.
Next up, the Stephen King adaptation from Francis Lawrence, The Long Walk, which James and I saw, but it was already one of our most anticipated films, so we included it on the list because it hasn't even been released yet. This hits theaters September 12th, and I gotta tell you guys, get excited. It's amazing. It's emotional. It's intense. It's powerful. Has a lot of great nuance and incredible characters. There's the relationship between David Johnson and Cooper Hoffman's characters in this film was the closest thing that I've seen to Red and Andy Dufresne from The Shawshank Redemption. I just kept thinking about that relationship. Their bond and kinship is so palpable and realistic, and I mean, these guys must be best friends in real life now because they really had this incredible chemistry, and you feel the love that these characters have, the heart of it, and it's so intense. It's so like earth-shattering, mind-blowingly disturbing, but you got to add it to your watch list and see it in theaters September 12th.
I'm seeing it on Monday. I can't wait.
Oh, man.
Cannot wait. Now, there's still quite a few movies left to talk about, but I think it's about that time to head to our intermission and have some fun, play some games. We'll come back and finish up the rest of our most anticipated films of 2025. And before we continue, you know the rule and the drill. Become a patron today at patreon.com/Raiders of Lost Podcast to support us the best way possible. as a member, you get access to perks like weekly bonus episodes, the Letterboxd recap, which lives on Patreon now every week for our patrons only, as well as access to our Discord, merchandise, all kinds of stuff. Patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Leaving those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify are also integral to our show's success. Hop on those apps. Leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. I'll read one out in just a minute to immortalize somebody forever. Also, like I said, subscribe on YouTube, but engage with our content. Leave those comments. Leave those likes. Share us in your stories with your friends. Sharing our content is how we get invites to one battle after another to go to the premiere, interview the cast for Superman. We couldn't do it without everyone commenting and liking and engaging with our stuff. We put out a lot of content. We appreciate everyone who supports us there, as well as just share your favorite episodes of the show with anyone you know that needs a new podcast to listen to that's, kind of bored at the gym or in the car, in rush hour, on walks. They need something new and vibrant and exciting in their lives.
We're vibrant.
Send them Raiders of Lost Podcast.
This episode, of course, is sponsored by our great friends at movieposters.com, the #1 place to get your posters online today. Look at that backlit one battle after another poster behind James. You can get amazing Hollywood blockbuster posters like that, as well as backlit frames and really incredible UV blocking light frames to protect your posters at movieposters.com. Always use our promo code Raiders10 to get 10% off your order and the affiliate link in our bios to get us a little cut of the action. They have a huge selection of pretty much every movie and TV show imaginable in their poster library, from recent releases, your favorite Hollywood blockbuster, and your favorite Hollywood classics, international movie posters, alternate prints designed by cool artists, as well as collectibles like original lobby cards, original posters from back in the day. They got everything a movie fan could desire. There's no better way to express your love than by getting a ton of posters, and the best place to do that is movieposters.com. Use our promo code Raiders10. It'll always get you 10% off your order, as well as the affiliate link.
All right, let's move into our intermission, Anthony. You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do it.
Movie quote competition. What can you expect when you're on top? It's like Napoleon. When he was the king, people are just constantly trying to conquer him,
I have the same quote.
in the Roman Empire. So it's history repeating itself all over again. Are you serious?
Yeah, I have the same quote.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What is it?
Look at that.
That's fucking wild. The exact same quote.
Exact same quote.
Wow. Twinning.
Okay, let's move into the movie release here.
Rounders. When did Rounders come out?
2000.
1998.
Oh, wow. What year did Oh Brother, Where Art Thou come out?
1998.
2000. Imagine if we did the same movie.
Movie pop quiz time. Anthony, what movie stars Johnny Depp, but also features a role from Tobey Maguire?
Huh? Stars Johnny Depp.
Yep.
Features Tobey Maguire. I have to take a sip for that one.
If you want a hint,
Yes.
it's before Spider-Man.
Is it? It's not a Tim Burton movie. No way. Is it Dead Man?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, we got him. We got him, boys. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Toby's in that?
Yeah, he plays the hitchhiker.
Oh my god!
With the blonde
You're
hair,
right.
yeah.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Good pull.
Thanks, man.
All right, what was the original title of Paul Thomas Anderson's first feature film, Hard Eight? The studio made him change the name.
Oh, I feel
What
like
was
we
the
talked
original
about this
title?
in our PTA Spotlight a couple of years ago.
Yeah, we definitely did.
I have no idea.
Sydney. The
Sydney,
name,
oh, yeah.
the name of Philip Baker Hall's character.
That's right. Okay, Anthony. What do we got for unsubscribes, haters? What are you pulling today?
Oh, we got lots, man.
I'm going to pull up a 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts, where it's the only place you can leave written reviews to immortalize somebody on the show.
First up, we got Brody. Nothing to do with this episode, but are we ever going to get an actor spotlight on Tom Hanks? If not, then I'll unsubscribe forever.
We should. I mean, he's an
Tom
all-timer.
Hanks, yeah. Shuba. Woa. I didn't know there would be Babylon spoilers. I was just going to watch that. Unsubscribe. Just kidding. Been a long time listener. Keep up the great work and the laughs. Love you guys. Maddie Scorsese. Green Lantern and Hawkgirl are shown in different sides after Peacemaker walks between them. It's showing them from his perspective. Unsubscribed. So I guess they did get the continuity right.
I didn't watch it. So
I didn't watch it, yeah. Smash 6820. Adam, James is super busy. Please don't ask him about TV or he'll have to unsubscribe
Please
from
don't.
you.
Please don't. Too many things to watch.
Then we got Jason William Parker. Ricky Stadicki kicked ass. I'm resubscribing just so I can unsubscribe. Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. All right, Kimba. We love Henry Cavill and we love Highlander. 10 seconds later, did you say Highlander? For this error, I must unsubscribe. On a serious note, that's great news. Henry getting the lead role. He could definitely pull off denim pants and a trench coat look himself. Phil Mike, praising the cat from Caught Stealing. Is there anything Dominic McLaughlin can't do? Unsubscribed.
Dude, that cat's fantastic.
Zward. Oh, gee. Oh, man. Guile. Of all the options in the English dictionary, he went for that. I have to unsubscribe, but because it made me laugh so much, I'll resubscribe. P.S. For the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie, it's pronounced Scorpion, not Score Point. Just saying. Thanks for clearing that up. I would have messed it up. And finally, Brandon. Can't wait for Highlander in the Chamber of Secrets starring Dominic McLaughlin. Unsubscribed. Oh, man, that's funny. Thanks, guys.
All right, we have a great 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts from Nasa Frost. 5 stars. Best movie podcast. Great couple of guys to listen to while driving, doing mundane tasks, or just chilling. My favorite part is the brotherly bickering, and there's plenty of it, as, I mean, I think you've all experienced in this episode already. Really, I don't even care about movies or what they have to say about them. Just kidding. Best place for casual movie talk. Nasa Frost. Thank you for that 5-star written review.
Thank you.
On Apple Podcasts. We appreciate it so much.
You're the best.
All right. Anthony, what's your streaming recommendation for this episode?
It is A Room with a View on HBO Max. Great, great period romance.
Mine is The Martian on Max. The Martian on Max. Ridley Scott. Fantastic movie starring the great Matt Damon. I love it. Okay, let's get back into our episode on the rest of the most anticipated films of 2025. And we're going to take it away with Avatar, Fire, and Ash. My goodness, I cannot wait for this. The Avatar films are always the biggest spectacle of the year whenever they are in cinemas. You can bet your butt we'll be seeing this in 3D IMAX. The only movies we'll ever see in 3D for the rest of my life, honestly. Comes out December 19th, 2025. Everyone's back. Zoe Saldana, Sam Worthington, Stephen Lang is Quaritch. What's his name? Quaritch. And we're introduced to new tribes here. Sully and his family are navigating grief and war after the loss of their son. And it's going to be fantastic. The visuals of the short trailer they dropped in theaters and then online recently were just astounding. You know, I still can't believe that these worlds aren't real, that they don't exist, that the characters in the Na'vi don't actually exist. All of the water CGI in the previous film, almost like 95% of it, and all of the fire in this movie is going to be CGI as well. It's just, what the fuck? Like, how are they pulling this off? Just incredible artists and programmers and whatever wizardry they're doing over there with James Cameron leading it. It's just remarkable filmmaking.
It's going to be fucking epic. Next up, we have a international film, Sirat, which won the jury prize at Cannes and features a really insane-looking film that feels kind of like a dramatic, familial version of Mad Max. It's set in Morocco. A father and his son arrive at a rave deep in the mountains of southern Morocco in the desert. They're searching for his daughter and his son's sister, who vanished months ago at one of these raves. So they go on this really strange journey trying to locate her amongst these very strange rave parties and kind of desert people. Apparently, It's supposed to be absolutely insane and one of the most unexpected stories you can think of. I can't wait to see this. It hits theaters November 14th. Keep an eye out for Best Foreign Language Film. This is definitely going to be one of the heavyweights.
October 24th, we have the next big music biopic coming out. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Evil. Did they change the title and put Springsteen in there? I mean, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere.
Yes, it was originally titled just Deliver Me From Nowhere, but it's not one of his most popular songs at all, the tracks.
Yeah.
So I think that the studio was like, let's throw Springsteen in there because the titles might not work. I'm guessing they didn't track well initially, so they threw Springsteen in there.
Marketing 101. It's just like Jordan Peele on posters.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great song, but it is a weird title track to pick for you, because they always pick a popular movie, a popular track by that musician for the movie title.
Yeah.
So it was a lesser popular title.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm excited about this. I mean, biopics are great, especially when they're done well. I mean, A Complete Unknown last year was really exciting, and I thought that was a fantastic film. And obviously, every year we get a couple big ones. Jeremy Allen White, I think, looks terrific as Bruce Springsteen, and this is going to be him during his younger parts of his career, starting and getting discovered. You know, the trailer's pretty good. Scott Cooper is an awesome filmmaker.
Yeah.
And so I think that's where I have my highest hopes for this film, is him behind the camera and directing this movie. The blessings of Springsteen as well in the film. But I think it's going to be a big role, obviously, for Jeremy Allen White. You know, he's transitioning now from TV from decades. You know,
He's been in TV for 30 years.
he's been doing it for 15 years.
That's a long time.
I mean, he was, what's it called?
Shameless?
Shameless for years.
Like a kid.
And then
Yeah.
The Bear. Yeah, he was like 20 when he started Shameless. And then The Bear for 4 or 5 years now. So not that he hasn't been in movies, but not that many. But now, big lead role of an iconic star. He's also going to be starring with Austin Butler in a movie that they're shooting right now about a detective tracking down a hitman. So I think he's about to blow the hell up in cinema, and this is going to be the starting point.
Yeah, after the Iron Claw, but this is him as a lead.
Iron Claw
as a
yeah,
lead.
Yeah. But yeah, this is his big lead.
Daniel Day-Lewis returns to theaters October 10th in Anemone.
He said it right this time.
I said it right. He co-stars with Sean Bean, directed by Day-Lewis's son, in a story he co-wrote with his son. And this looks really interesting, very intense and powerful. And he plays a former IRA member who's being faced with a reckoning for his past by the character of Sean Bean, who has been searching for him for, it seems like, a long time, has finally found him living in the middle of nowhere. And he's has to open up the demons of his past. It looks really good. I can't wait to see this.
You know, I wish I checked out this list earlier, because this next one that I'm ecstatic about, you have pretty low. You know, this is like top 10 for me the rest of the year. The Black Phone 2.
You shouldn't have skimmed it then.
I shouldn't have
You
skimmed it.
didn't even look at it.
I'm ecstatic for this. It's going to be fantastic. I know it. I loved the first film. Maybe my favorite horror movie from 2022, that great year. And Ethan Hawke is back as the Grabber, which I can't wait to see how they're going to fuse that in. But it's obviously taking a very supernatural approach, which obviously involves the first film with supernatural qualities of ghosts speaking through a phone. It's not a spoiler. It's in the fucking trailer. But the Grabber's back, and we are back with Finn as the main character again. Mason Thames, rising star in Hollywood, just started How to Train Your Dragon. Now he's dealing with trauma of being captured in captivity after that obviously horrific events, as well as receiving dream calls from the Grabber on a payphone, and he's at a camp. So it's like a winter camp.
That's where they are. Okay.
So he's at a boys' camp, and the Grabber is haunting him again. So I'm so excited.
It looks good.
The visuals look great.
I love the winter setting.
Yeah.
All the snow and stuff. It's
And
a
then
nice visual change.
That long shot of the Grabber ice skating towards him while he's in the phone booth. Woo!
It's great.
I'm ready to be scared.
All right, next up we have Noah Baumbach's new film Jay Kelly, which releases November 14th through Netflix, starring George Clooney as a famous veteran actor who's coming to terms with his past, his life choices, what it means to be a famous person and an actor, and his life. Baumbach's one of my favorite filmmakers and writers. I'll always be sat for his new films. Adam Sandler also has a huge supporting role in this, and people are giving him Oscar buzz for his performance in this film. We've already seen it. So keep an eye out on Netflix November 14th for Jay Kelly.
Next, we have Hamnet, the latest from Chloe Zhao. This is adapted from Maggie O'Farrell's 2020 novel. Set in 16th century England, it follows Agnes Shakespeare, Anne Hathaway, originally, right? Played by Jessie Buckley, a healer, and her husband, as well as William Shakespeare, played by Paul Mescal, as they navigate the devastating loss of their their son, to the plague. Told through Agnes's perspective, exploring grief, love, and resilience, and how the tragedy of the loss of their son inspired Shakespeare to write Hamlet.
Looks really great.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looks really
Produced
good.
by Steven Spielberg, as well as, who else is producing this? There's
Dominic
another
McLaughlin.
Huh? Yeah, Dominic McLaughlin. But this is Amblin Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, next up, we got...
music by Max Richter, too.
Ooh, you got to be crying during that movie. You could be crying your ass off. All right. Twinless, the twinning movie of the fall, hits theaters September 5th. This was a Sundance hit, and follows a twin self-help group about twins whose sibling twin has passed away. And a pair of men bond over their shared grief and develop a very close but complicated relationship with one another. This is supposed to be really great, and we're looking forward to it as twins.
Me too.
Although I will say, we shop separately at stores. We don't do everything together.
Yeah.
We don't do it. I can leave the house without James and be fine.
Yeah, I think they go a little too hard into that thing. When you're 11, you do everything together.
Yeah.
But
I can't say.
I can't take a shit without Anthony holding my hand. I just can't do it.
That was my problem. That was my issue with the trailer. I was like, it's a little too much.
Some twins are
As
like
a twin,
that.
as twin
Some are like
representation.
that.
Yeah, some are.
Yeah. Let's talk about Osgood Perkins' next film. Wow, 3 movies in 3 years. The guy's killing it. Keeper, starring Tatiana Maslany. This is about a couple on a romantic anniversary getaway at a secluded cabin. However, when the husband leaves for the city, and the wife is at home alone, she's confronted with unspeakable evil in the cabin's dark, haunting secrets. So it seems like a haunted house movie.
Also, you're hearing the inner monologues of both characters' perspectives, which is really interesting. November 14th, very soon. Next up at 28, we have A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. September 19th release. This stars Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell in a romantic epic where two characters connect and start traveling through doorways which lead them into their past experiences of important moments of their lives. It looks visually stunning and beautiful, and looks like a great romantic epic.
And then we have Tron Ares. Yeah, so I love Tron Legacy. However, this trailer, I'm not fully convinced of this film. You know, I think it looks visually stunning. It looks incredible. The visual effects, the practical filmmaking, it looks terrific. I think the casting's a bit odd overall for several characters, not just, I think, Jared Leto as Tron, but I think a lot of the casting, I was like, But I think the idea is great. I wish they explored more of what they set up with the original film. Excuse me, of these new beings created in this other world that are entering the reality versus just programs being used as weapons to kill, which seems like a major plot. Obviously, the corporate control is going to be a main theme of it with Peter Evans' character.
Evan Peters.
As I said it, I'm like, is that right? Evan Peters. Easily confused with Peter Evans. But I'm holding out hope because I love Tron Legacy so much, and we have 9 Inch Nails doing the music. I think it has potential. I'm gonna remain optimistic, but I will be reserved.
It's not high on our list.
Yeah,
we're looking forward to it, but I gotta be honest, I'm more excited for the music than I am for the movie.
Yeah, I'm not. The trailer just hasn't completely sold
Yeah,
me. Like the
me
original
either.
trailer for Tron Legacy blew my hair back.
Yeah.
This one, not quite.
Didn't blow my hair back
Yeah.
either. It looks good.
Looks good.
It looks good. We'll see, but yeah. The music's going to fucking slap, though.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait for that score. All right, next up, we have Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor teaming up in The History of Sound for September 12th release. They play two folk musicians who link up on a journey and bonding together in a intimate relationship, shared love of music, and it looks really good.
What also looks really good is Roofman.
Yeah.
Great looking kind of comedy thriller starring Channing Tatum based on a true story of a guy who is a thief. He escapes from prison. Then he hides out in a Toys R Us and robs like dozens and dozens of McDonald's and fast food restaurants while he's hiding out. But Channing Tatum looks great in this movie. Looks really funny. We also have, what's her name?
Kirsten
Dunst. And then Peter Dinklage are in this movie as well.
And Lakeith again.
Lakeith Stanfield. It looks funny. It looks sweet. It looks entertaining. And I think it's going to be a great performance.
Shot
from
on
Channing.
film.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Derek Chan France.
Yeah.
Always shoots on film. Love it. All right, next up, 32. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. The third film in the Now You See Me franchise hits theaters November 14th and is poised to be a huge hit. Both other films grossed about $400 million at the global box office, and fans for this film franchise are very passionate. The entire cast is returning for the most part, as well as some new young hot stars to take on the reins. But it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a good time, got to admit.
All right, next up we have Hedda, the latest film from Nia DaCosta, reimagining Henrik Ibsen's play Hedda Gabler from 1891. It's about a mid-century England. Tessa Thompson stars as Hedda, a newlywed trapped in an unfulfilled marriage until an old flame comes and she tries to give in to her repressed desires. And the character has been reimagined as a woman played by Nina Hoss as Eileen Lovborg. And this comes out
Tessa
September
Thompson.
7th. No, Tessa Thompson's the lead.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other
Oh,
character.
gotcha.
So if you were listening,
I was
talking about the repressed desire, the cast flame.
the old flame.
The old flame
Gotcha.
shows up. And yeah, September 7th.
Old flame is a
Orion
cool term.
Pictures. I thought Orion went on business.
Orion Auto Parts. That's one of the Beastie Boys' companies.
Orion Pictures?
Yeah.
Sure about that? They've been making movies since the 70s and 80s.
Wait, no, that's like Oscorp or something. It starts with an O.
Oscorp is Spider-Man.
No, hold on.
Because Orion did freaking... They did Platoon. Didn't they do RoboCop?
I was wrong. Oscilloscope.
Silence of the Lambs.
Oscilloscope.
I don't think the Beastie Boys produced Silence of the Lambs, Anthony.
Oscilloscope Productions is what I was thinking of.
I could have sworn they did RoboCop.
Adam Yacht was the founder of that company.
Amadeus.
Anyways, Wicked for Good, number 34 on our list. November 21st release. It will probably be a huge Goliath at the box office. We like Wicked. It's just not like high on our list. I had a good time with it, but not a huge Wicked fan.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, I'll still see it.
Yeah.
It should be fun.
I was right. Orion did produce RoboCop. They also produced Terminator, the original.
What a fucking slate.
Yeah.
They killed
Dancing
it.
with Wolves, The Addams Family, First Blood.
Wow.
Definitely
Wow.
not the Beastie Boys. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What a great 80s run.
No. Okay, next up we have The Chronology of Water. Can you get me up to date on this film?
This is Kristen Stewart's directorial debut.
Oh, with Imogen Poots,
yes.
the swimmer.
It follows a woman who is struggling to come to terms with trauma, and she turns to swimming to help herself overcome her past. And not much is known. They haven't even released a trailer, but from what I've read about it, the film portrays her with a constantly running interior dialogue, where she's constantly monologuing and reacting to scenes in real time, voiceover. So sounds like a pretty interesting way to tell the story. It's based on a novel.
Cool.
Next up, Good Boy. The dog horror film hits theaters October 3rd. We've talked about this a lot in the show lately.
Yeah. We kind of, I think.
We made it viral.
We made it go wide release, I think.
And this looks like a lot of fun. A horror film told through the perspective of a dog as it watches its owner and home get haunted by spirits.
Excited for this.
I think it's a Shudder release.
I believe so, yeah. And then there's also a really good-looking comedy. I mean, this is a great concept called The Threesome, September 5th. This is about a guy who has a threesome with two girls, and they both get pregnant by him.
And then it's like, who's he gonna stay with, like, as a relationship?
It's such a great idea, and I think it's an exciting concept.
I will say, it's not a good release date because Twinless comes out September 5th as well. I feel like those movies have the same audience.
Yeah, but the Threesome is much more of an independent film versus Twinless. Both independent, but I think Twinless has more hype.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it has I think more mainstream appeal.
Yeah,
Threesome does. But yeah, I think that it's gonna be like very similar audiences for those films. I would say so. We'll see what happens at the box office for them. It'll be obviously small, limited releases. And then finally, to end our list, is a movie that has no release date set yet, but Eternity will be coming out in November, sometime that month. This stars Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and that other British guy from The Boys in the... Callum Turner. Sorry, I blanked for a second. And this is a really cool movie about limbo, where Elizabeth Olsen and Miles Teller's characters recently passed away. They were married for decades, and they enter this cool, like, storefront type of limbo where people choose their final destinations as if it's a travel agency, like an airport or a train terminal. However, Callum Turner was Elizabeth Olsen's original husband decades before, but he died young, and he's been waiting there at the limbo terminal for her to die so they could reunite. So now Elizabeth Olsen has to make a decision between two loves and two husbands of her life and decide who she wants to spend eternity with. And so the men are trying to compete against each other to win her heart again.
I'm calling that she doesn't pick any of them.
I think she'll pick neither.
I think she's just going to go solo.
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm picking Miles Teller. I'm taking Teller.
I think they're all just
Team
going to go
Miles.
their separate ways.
No, that's so sad.
I think Miles Teller and Callum Turner will end up together.
That's a good-looking couple.
That's the good twist. That's the twist. All right, so like we said, lots of movies to look forward to for the last 3-4 months of the year.
Deep year.
Holy crap, 2025 is a big year for film. Really exciting stuff. I mean, one battle after another, man. A couple of weeks from now, we're getting a new PTA. Cannot wait. So excited. I hope you all are caught up. And let us know what you're most looking forward to seeing in theaters the rest of the year. As always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Become a patron at patreon.com/Raiders of the Lost Podcast today. Get your weekly bonus episodes like the Letterboxd recap. Not to mention, we'd love it if you could leave those 5-star ratings and reviews on Spotify and Apple. Subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Do all the things. Leave comments, leave likes, share us in your stories with your friends and family members. And take care.
See you next time.